Hello everyone, I am Koel Bandyopadhyay and I am currently pursuing B.Tech in Computer Science from Institute of Engineering and Management, Kolkata. Today, I am here to talk about electric vehicles versus gasoline vehicles. We will compare them in terms of cost, environment, performance, convenience, and future trends. Let us move to the next slide, which covers the cost analysis of electric vehicles. In case of the purchase price, EVs often cost more upfront, but prices are dropping as technology advances. In case of fuel costs, electricity is cheaper per mile than gasoline, making EVs more economical to run. In case of maintenance, EVs require less maintenance due to fewer moving parts, while gasoline cars need more frequent repairs. Let us now move to the next slide, which covers the environmental impact of electric vehicles. In case of emissions, EVs have zero tailpipe emissions, reducing air pollution compared to gasoline vehicles. In case of energy sources, their impact depends on how electricity is generated. Renewables make them cleaner, coal makes them less so. In case of battery production, which in fact affects the environment, but innovations are working on this, reducing this impact. Let us now move to the next slide, which covers the performance features. In case of accelerations, EVs usually accelerate faster due to instant torque, while in case of the range, gasoline vehicles generally cover longer distances on a full tank. In case of driving experiences, EVs are quieter and smoother, while gasoline vehicles keep the traditional driving feel. Let us now move to the next slide, which covers the convenience factors. In case of refueling infrastructure, gasoline has widespread stations while EV charging is still catching up. In case of charging time, filling a gas tank is quicker. EV charging takes longer time, though charging at home is convenient. In case of model availability, gasoline vehicles offer more options while EV models are still expanding steadily. Let us move to the next slide, which tells us about the future trend in electric vehicles. In case of market growth, EV adoption is increasing as automakers invest heavily. In case of government incentives, many governments provide tax credits and rebates to encourage EV purchases. In case of technological innovations, better batteries and wider charging networks will solve many current limitations. Let's move to the next slide, which is the conclusion on the vehicle choices. The choice depends on the individual needs and habits of people. EVs are better for lower running costs and reduce environmental impact. Gasoline cars still lead in range, refueling speed, and availability. With climate concerns, EVs will shape the future of transportation. And moving to the next slide brings us to the end of my presentation. We have looked at the vehicles and gasoline vehicles from many different angles: cost, environment, performance, convenience, and the way the future might unfold. What stands out is that isn't a single answer right now. For some people, the affordability and convenience of gasoline cars still make sense, while for others, the lower running costs and environmental benefits of EVs are more compelling. One important thing to remember is that both technologies are continuing to evolve. Gasoline engines are becoming cleaner and more efficient, while electric vehicles are gaining better range, faster charging, and more affordable batteries. The real question isn't just which is better today, but how each of us might adapt to the changes coming in the next decade. I hope this discussion has given you a clearer perspective on the trade offs involved. At the end of the day, the choice comes down to lifestyle priorities and how each of us balances convenience, cost, and responsibility toward the environment. With that, I'd like to open the floor. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you might have, and I'd also love to hear about your personal experiences with either electric or gasoline vehicles. After all, it's those real world stories that help us connect with the data of everyday life.